Hey guys, back with a awesome Grail knife unboxing slash discussion today. How's everybody doing? I'm doing pretty good. It's the weekend. Just got done working out, had a super productive day. Tired. Drinking a protein shake today, nothing very exciting. Figured I'd come home, knock out some unboxings on this awesome weekend and talk a little bit of knives. Sorry it's taken me a while to start posting some stuff. I took a little break there. Life has been a little bit crazy with work, but I'm back and going to try to knock out some videos this week. So Oz Machine Company, guys. I'm sure you're all aware of what that is. For those that are not, this is a small knife manufacturing company out of Attica, Indiana. They are kind of been blowing up the past, couple years, I think, maybe. I recently heard about them in the past year. I don't know how long exactly they've been around, but they are kind of today's, 2023's, Strider. I kind of came up in the knife world back when Strider, Chris Reeve, and Hinder, you guys know, were kind of the Holy Trinity. And I would say this is definitely in the Holy Trinity in today's knife world of what everybody wants. So this is the Roosevelt. This is number 1096. It was manufactured on 11/9/2022. It's got 63 to 64 Rockwell hardness in Magna Cut, which is the bougie steel that everybody wants. It's got golf putter milling and a zircotite clip, and there's the signature of the maker. This was very generously lent into the channel by my good buddy Jason. I've mentioned him quite a few times. He's sent some awesome stuff. I usually end up buying things he sends. Not sure about this one. We'll see. I'm sure he's going to want this one back, though, because this is the one that is known as, to all you Roosevelt people, the Silver Surfer. I think that's a reference to the Silver Surfer in the comic books that resembles this kind of overall look. Whoop, dropping the knife. That's great. There's the beautiful zircotite clip, the golf putter milling, and wow. It's interesting, guys. This knife, they're drinking protein shake. This knife, honestly, when I first saw it, was really not my cup of tea. I'll be honest with you. I really did not like this, the hole, not Spidey hole, but, the hole in the blade to open it. I didn't love the look of it until I got it in hand, and it makes so much sense now. This knife likes to be slow rolled. It's very light, so it's drop shutty, but it's very light, so it's not a cleaver. It kind of goes where you put it, which I love. But for finger flicking, this thing, people say this knife is so fidgety, which is a thing, I know. And man, it is. It just, in this position, the Spidey flick, it just melds. Your pinky goes right where that clip is. Your index finger, just a ring finger. That's right, isn't it? No, not your ring finger. Your index finger goes right in that Spidey hole, if you will, and bam, flies out. The ergonomics on this knife are excellent. Let me first show you kind of a size comparison to a Benchmade 940 and kind of show you that this is not a very big knife, guys. Relatively small, very thin, super pocket friendly. The biggest dimension is kind of this dimension, I guess you would say. It's not that long, it's very thin, and it just carries so well. There's the thickness. it's very square, you know, it's not very rounded, it's very flat. And so it just carries so well. It's semi-deep carry, just deep enough to be super comfortable, and it rides in your pocket. In this dimension, you know, if you've got it in your pocket, kind of follows the lines of your jeans, it just rides so well. This is a carry monster, guys. So comfortable. So from what I understand, these knives are completely 100% hardware, everything. It says on their website, 100% made in their shop in Attica, Indiana. 100%. Not partially, 100%. Everything's manufactured. This one has gotten a mirrored edge from the local shop that I get all my edges done, and they did a phenomenal job on it. I wanted them to keep it very, very factory, keep that factory grind, and they did a great job. Just made it a lot sharper. As you can see, it kind of glistening. It is just very fine edge, very thin behind the edge. This is a great slicer. I believe it's a full flat grind. Yeah, full flat grind. Beautiful, very fine stone washing on the blade. Gorgeous CNC milled titanium handles. Torx hardware. That beautiful Timasys clip. And I just love these finger choils. They just, goodness, they just meld. Super comfortable. Great for, I mean, this would be great. This is just such an awesome EDC. The thing about this knife is they're so expensive, and I get it. They're super hot. Everybody loves them. I totally understand the reason why. But if you had this knife in a cheaper, if you can make this knife cheaper, it's something that I think that everybody would want. I think the barrier to entry is just that it's so expensive. But I think this knife would be, and people pay, you know, 13, 14, whatever, however much they go for, and upwards for them. Perfectly centered, of course. But it's just such a good user. Like, this is a knife that you would carry and want to use for food prep and all that type, you know, anything really. It's just such a great knife. It really won me over, you know, for the money and it being so expensive. I kind of first saw it and I was like, I can't believe people are paying that type of money for them. But now that I've carried this one, I haven't really used it much other than opening some boxes. Haven't used it since I've gotten it sharpened, and I want to send it back. I want to send it back to Jason with that edge being perfect, so I'm not going to. But opening boxes and packages and envelopes, it's just so nice for that. I'm sure for harder use, it would be excellent. Boy, it's a beauty, guys. One thing I noticed that was interesting, kind of examining this knife is, and it's going to be so hard for me to pick up on camera, but it has two. It's going to be so hard to see, but it has two ball detents. The way that they've made this choil, it has to, because, let me see. When you first take the knife, when you first take it from being locked up, you unlock the knife like that. One of the bearings is touching, but the other one isn't. And as you travel throughout the knives travel to opening and closing, it switches seamlessly from one bearing to the other. And then it comes to lock up with both the bearings falling seamlessly into two holes that are milled in the blade. See, there's one hole, and you can't see it. There you go. So see the two holes right there? See 1 and 2? And then it falls down, and the detent falls down into both holes. It's kind of interesting. I've never seen that before. So right now it's locked up. The ball bearings are in both the holes in the blade. You take it off, and it's riding on. Right now it's riding on the front one, I think, only, and then it switches to the back one. And then they both lock the blade open. It's just really, really interesting. I've never seen that done in a knife before. It makes the knife very, 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 very smooth. And it's just an interesting way of engineering, putting two detent balls in there. It's just an interesting way of doing it so that you can get away with having less steel in this area here. Traditionally, you'd have one, and it has to ride on the blade throughout the blade's travel. And this one gets away with not having that, so it can have this big finger troll by having two. It's just really interesting. It's a really cool way that they engineered it that I noticed. It was very different than other knives. I get why they're popular. They're beautiful knives. I get why they cost what they do. They're completely in-house. As far as I know, they're made in extremely small batches. I don't know how I have not researched how you get one of these new. I'm sure it's a drop type system or maybe a lottery. But yeah, they're cool. I really like it. I'm going to be sad to send this one back to Jason just because it's such a good carrying knife. It's such a good user. And the aesthetic for me, I love how clean and simple the aesthetic is on this knife. I love the color. I'm not big on real colorful knives. I love the look of just steel and titanium. I love raw. I don't even like anodized knives very much, to be honest with you. I really don't. And so for me, if I was gonna have one, if I was gonna have a Rosie, this is the one. Like out of all the ones I've seen, this is what I would get. The putter milling is phenomenal. It's gorgeous. It's super fine. It's super elegant. It provides just enough grip, especially in this dimension, which is what you want when you're using a knife. It's not slippery at all, but it's rounded. The CNC has been so well done. All the edges have been chamfered beautifully. The clip has just enough retention. It's just perfect. It's so lightweight. It's been milled out, as you can see. You wouldn't want it to be any lighter, and you wouldn't want it to be any heavier. It's just been very well done. The branding is very minimal, but classy looking. The blade finish, again, is gorgeous. Very easy to sharpen because it's so precise and even behind the edge, all the way out to the tip. Great belly, but a strong tip. This nice swedge. Just melds to your hand, guys. The jimping definitely works, grabs your thumb, but not overly so. It's not sharp. Everything's just round. It's just so well thought out. It's knives like these when you've got form and function and they come into complete alignment and you get something like this. And that's why they're so popular. Magna cut steel. It's awesome, guys. Super smooth, no lock stick. Beautiful. I know this is a long one, guys, but this is just a killer knife. Let me know what you guys think of the Oz Machine Works Roosevelt. If you plan to get one, if you have one, I think they're gorgeous knives. Super, super blessed to be able to, excuse me, have enjoyed this knife. Thanks, Jason, a lot for lending it into the channel. I'm sure you're anxious to get it back. Appreciate you guys watching the video, and I'll catch you on the next one. Please hit that like button and subscribe if you're not. I really do appreciate it. We're getting so close to 1,000 subscribers. Really want to make a push this month to get there if we can. So thank you guys. I appreciate your comments, and yeah, I'll catch you on the next video. See you guys.